This is Gabe Wolf. You're listening to the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock. Gentlemen, Jerry, how are you?
Wonderfully.
All right. Jim?
Doing great.
That's awesome.
It's it's been a good holiday, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I did have to go back to work this week, but that's okay. How are you guys? Did you guys have a good Christmas, I hope?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, quiet Christmas.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
Loved it.
We had a good time. Throughout that time, I saw my kids and took the grandkids some presents. And then Christmas Day itself was just low key, Cindy and I, and just nice and quiet and cozy.
Yep.
So,
well, I got a special surprise on Christmas, although I didn't find out about it until yesterday.
Oh.
Possibly exposed to COVID.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Went and tested today, rapid test, and
right.
Negative. So
okay.
All good.
All right.
Now, how did you find out? You got just word of mouth, or was it one of the government tracking agencies?
No. So what happened was my brother was with his daughter and his son-in-law. And then he got a call Saturday from his work saying, "Hey, somebody here's got COVID. You need to go test." He went down, tested positive.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And he wasn't feeling anything. He just did it because you called him. They found out from work and told him he wasn't feeling any effects.
No, he's got no.
That's
symptoms.
what I don't get, guys. Hey, you have it.
Wife,
I feel great.
Yeah, his wife and kids went and tested too, and they tested negative. So I'm not even sure how that works. Makes me wonder if it's a false positive, right?
Could be. Without any symptoms, you may be onto that. I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep.
So I'm all good.
Good.
Hopefully it stays that way.
When I did the test, they had the results to me in less than an hour, which was pretty.
That's good.
Pretty boss.
Where did you have to go to? Did you go to your own doctor, or did you go to one of those drive-through?
No, I went
places?
to a drive-through place out in Norco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's a little bit of a drive, I mean.
Yeah, it was a long thing, but work paid for the test, and that was where they paid for it. So I should.
Yep.
All right.
And that way work knows you don't have it either. So that's
right.
cool.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. Yep.
What I think is kind of odd is I had one of my kids come down with COVID, and no sooner had he gone, and he's got Kaiser, and got tested.
Same here. Yeah.
As soon as his test results came back positive, I started getting notices on my phone that, hey, why don't you join our tracking system and we can let you know if you've been around anybody who's been exposed.
Same here, Frank. Same here, Frank. Yep.
And I said, I've already got one big brother. His name's Dennis. I don't need another one.
That's right. And we love Dennis.
Yes,
and Dennis does a good job of that.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yep.
He minds his own business like a big brother should. So,
yeah.
But
I get my little Kaiser text messages also. So yeah.
So I'm not interested in being part of that network.
Neither am I.
Can't blame you.
I figure my chest and everything else will let me know if I've been exposed. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Don't need big brother. But anyways, moving on. I'm glad you guys had good Christmases.
Yeah.
One quick note. I was going to break down and get the Kiss New Year's Eve special. But as I investigated it just a bit, saw
the prices.
Well, $39.99 for a stream to watch it, not pay-per-view on television, but on your device.
Yeah, and you can replay it as many times as you want within 24 hours.
24 hours. Now,
It's not very long.
here's the kicker.
Yeah, wait, wait.
I don't want to watch it but one time anyways. But the thing is,
All right.
while they're playing it live in Dubai on New Year's Eve, it becomes 8 o'clock in the morning here in the United States.
Is that what it was?
Ooh.
They had. I just looked at it today. I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not.
There's a
8 in
chart
the morning.
telling you what time it's going to play.
I
and
saw
it has
that.
replays.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a DVD of the whole thing in a matter of months anyways. So I'll probably buy that. So why would I
Just
want to
get
give
the
them money
DVD.
twice?
Yeah.
Good point.
Why would you?
Absolutely. I
And I
just
know
watched. Yeah.
The Kiss fanatic fans are going to have it on YouTube probably by January 2nd anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm passing.
Probably
guys.
so.
Yeah.
But in the Kiss vein, and since we'll do a little mail call here, I went ahead and picked up a bootleg album, which is not available in the United States. It's Paul Stanley's solo album, Live to Win.
Oh.
This came out in the 80s sometime, originally, maybe 90s. I don't know. It's better than Gene Simmons' solo album. But,
The second Gene's second, you mean?
Yes.
The one called A-Hole?
That's the one.
Because things are
Worst thing possible. It's the worst color of vinyl.
Is that gold vinyl?
Gold vinyl.
Why do they do that?
Oh,
It's just
I don't know.
terrible.
You know.
It's an ugly color.
It's ugly.
So anyways, I picked that up, paid way more than I should have, but
because it's gold.
it's gold. Exactly. And it's just to say that I have it, to put it in my second Kiss
Absolutely,
vault,
Frank.
you know.
We got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So that's mail call for this week. Jim, you don't have anything, right?
Very nice. No, nothing this week. Stuff on the way. I'm
Yeah.
chomping at the bit for it to get here.
Oh, I bet.
Mm.
I bet. As you can see this way to my back, there's Paul McCartney 3.
Yep.
that's supposed to be doing well, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
They
doing well in the sales.
They said it was like #1 in England for
Yeah.
the first time ever, or something.
I don't
read.
know that there's anything really memorable on it. You know, I don't hear maybe I'm amazed or anything like that,
No.
but I think those days are gone, you know.
Oh yeah,
So another
But he
album to
rocked-
have. Just to
he
have.
rocked the show in Vegas, guys. He rocked it.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept looking at him, going, "There's no way in H that dude is 77
Yeah.
or 6 or whatever."
Ridiculous, right?
It was insane, Jaime.
Yeah.
I mean, just no old man moves.
No.
Just it's his Beatles pose, you know, and then he's piano and guitar. He's doing lead riffs, and I kept thinking,
Oh, he tore it up.
oh,
We saw him, like I said,
Sorry,
we've
yeah.
talked about before at Dodger Stadium, and what a show.
that's right.
What a
Yeah.
show. So, well, that's mail call, and let's move on to 1976. Who picked that? Jim? Did you
That
pick
was
that?
me.
Yeah, it was Jaime. Yep.
Well, then do lead the way.
Kind of random. Okay, so I went through kind of 1976 and looked at what was sort of significant to me that came out that year. So I'm just going to run through a few albums and then I'll give you my tune.
76 was loaded.
David Bowie, Station to Station, Bad Company, Running with the Pack, Kiss, Destroyer, and Rock and Roll Over. Both albums came out in 76.
Ow!
Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, Led Zeppelin, Presence. Song Remains the Same also.
Right.
Oh,
Because of the movie, remember?
right.
Sweet, Give Us a Wink, first Ramones album,
Ramones.
Aerosmith Rocks, Rainbow Rising, Runaways, first Runaways album, 1976. Boston's Debut,
Right.
Montrose, Jump on It.
Mhm.
Ted Nugent,
Right.
Free for All.
Good album. Yep.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
album, man. Great title track, as a matter
Yes.
of fact. One thing I wasn't aware of as I was kind of looking at the releases that year, first Y&T album came out in 1976.
Was that still Yesterday and Today, or was that
Yeah.
the Y&T? Yeah.
Well, they call it Y&T. The name of the album was Yesterday and Today.
Yeah.
So but they'd switched the name. So probably
Right.
when it came out, it probably was Yesterday and Today.
Right.
So,
One
a
of my
lot
favorites.
of good stuff that made a big
76 guys is loaded.
Yep.
yeah, big impact. I mean, we were talking earlier about Alice Cooper Goes to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But the album that came out that year that was a sort of a life-changing record for me, and one that made me a lifelong fan of this band, was Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy.
right.
And the song Boys Are Back in Town.
There you go.
To this day, still just
Good old Phil,
love
bless
that
his heart.
song, man.
Yeah.
And that is not an easy song to play. It's not an easy
Right.
song to play. I can't imagine playing it and trying to sing it too.
Yeah. The good thing about Thin Lizzy, they were hard rock, but they weren't so overdriven. Their guitars were precise when they were doing those
Oh yeah.
twin leads, and you heard every
Twin
note.
leads, there's nothing like it, folks.
Yeah.
They get no. I mean, people in the know, right?
Sure.
No.
But
Yeah.
everybody else, they talk about like, oh, that dual guitar thing, man. That's an Iron Maiden trademark, or Judas Priest thing. It's like,
Right.
Molly
you
Hat-
gotta
Molly
back a
Hatchet
little
did it.
farther there, baby.
Molly
Yeah.
Hatchet did it back in the day. I
Yeah.
love a twin lead, guys. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
harmony and I mean, there's plenty of live video, and you watch those two going back and forth.
Yeah.
man. And I mean, they are like right on the money. It's
beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll always like those albums. First couple albums they came out with were just amazing. But that first one was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, good pick. Good
And
pick.
and always loved that they kind of like to incorporate a little bit of Irish
Yeah.
influence in all their stuff.
Mhm.
Right.
It's cool. At least on
No.
every album they had something that was had a little
Stuck to the
Irish
roots.
tinge to it.
Yeah. I like that too, Jaime. They'll play a little ditty. It's like, I like that. I like
Oh,
that.
they covered Whiskey in a Jar, right? So
Right, there you go.
Jar,
Yeah.
early on.
Good point.
It's funny that you mentioned Whiskey in a Jar. I was online one day and someone had made a comment about that song and mentioned Metallica.
Yeah.
And these kids think that that's an original.
Of course.
And I couldn't even comment. It's one of those.
No, because how are you going to explain it to them?
It's no point. You're just the old
Yeah.
geezer. You just shut up, old man. Just, all right.
That's
Well,
right.
I like Metallica's version.
Excuse me.
I think it's good, but it's interesting that like whatever the first version you hear of it is the
That's
one that
what
makes
sticks.
the big
Is
impression,
the one that's
right?
OG. Yeah.
And so I hear it and I'm like, it's good. It's not Thin Lizzy,
Right.
I thought
Exactly.
But other people who heard Metallica first, they go like, oh, well, Thin Lizzy's version doesn't even compare. Metallica made it so much better. And I'm like, it's debatable.
Same with
debatable.
Yeah,
Same with Ain't That a Shame. I thought
They're only,
Cheap
they're only
Trick.
copying Thin Lizzy, right?
right.
Right. Ain't That a Shame by Cheap Trick. I said, that's a good song. Hey, Fats Domino did that about 20 years. Huh? No, that's a Cheap Trick original. Same
Not
thing,
hardly.
honey. Same thing. Right. No,
They were pretty true
Now I
to
know.
it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They rocked
Yeah.
it up a little bit, but they were pretty
Oh,
true
yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did
Oh.
too. Yeah.
My 1977 or 76 pick, I have to do full disclosure. I did not even hear the song until 1979, but it was released
That's okay.
in 1976.
Yeah.
The song stuck with me so hard that I actually had a license plate made with the title of the song, and I drove around with the title of the song on my car.
Was it on that beautiful red Camaro, Frank?
That was after the Camaro.
Okay.
And I was
It was on the Z, probably.
it was on
Okay,
that,
see,
and it
now I
was
don't
on
know
a
that, yeah.
Toyota that I had.
Just know the red Camaro. Yeah.
But you mentioned the album, Jim, 1976, Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny,
Yep.
and the song is Tyrant. And it's one of those songs when you hear the live version on Unleashed in the East. Oh, that I played that thing over and over and over. I love that song.
First time you heard it, right? Was on
Yes.
in the East? Yes.
Yes, Unleashed in the East. And that was the second album of theirs that I really heard. The Killing Machine or Hellbent for Leather was the first, but then went backwards from there. And that Sad Wings of Destiny's got just one after another good songs. The Ripper, but Tyrant is my all-time favorite Judas Priest song. As much as I love Green Manalishi and another cover, but Tyrant is my favorite. And that's what really got me into Priest. So 1976.
Good album.
Good album. Yeah.
Yep.
So Jerry, talk to us.
The tune I picked from 1976, although it was loaded, and I went over it a bunch of times. And one of the bands I picked in one of my classics on maybe our first year of the podcast, you'd think I'd pick one from that, and I didn't. And then Jaime kind of knocked on it the other day, sent a message to Frank and I, folks, in Conspiracy Land. It's like he put up 2 albums. Now, out of hundreds, he put up 2. And by golly, my tune was in one of those albums, and it's Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Released 45 years ago this Friday?
Wow.
God.
Man,
don't date it like that. That just kills
well, guys, it is what it is. I mean, if you look at us,
right.
we can't say 5 years ago, honey. But
no.
when I remember, it doesn't have my Ace Frehley lead, but it has the best outro on a rock song, unless somebody throws up something else that I'll listen to. But to me, it's the best outro. All the stuff going on in the background, even back when I played it on a record player.
Yes.
All the stuff you hear, and especially the Hamilton and Whitford with the bass line and dun, 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 and they just the yodeling at the end, the screaming when it because it starts so slow, it just dun, 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 and then it just keeps getting louder and louder, and you're waiting for it to come in and it doesn't. It says, "Hang on, Jerry, we're coming," and then it just Tyler's I'm back, and it's. Oh, I love it. So Back in the Saddle, folks. My favorite tune, 1976, off the Aerosmith album Rocks.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, I love that tune. Oh.
When that album came out, and there's 5 diamonds on the cover, and it just says Aerosmith Rocks.
Yeah.
Did you take it as Aerosmith Rocks or Aerosmith Rocks? Did you think about that at all?
Neither.
Wow.
This is a great, because I went backwards. I was with the Toys in the Attic first.
Right.
So when I saw that album, I go, why is there a bunch of jewelry on the album cover? I'm
Well, I understood Rocks because of the diamonds.
I did not. I was like, why are they showing jewelry on an album? I don't get it.
But just think about it.
You get older and you get married. You get it.
Yeah. Well, that album title.
Boy, do you get it. Those
that
are some
title
nice rocks.
Cover and everything was Steven Tyler personified, because he's all that double entendre stuff.
I didn't get it. Not at all.
That
is big on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember listening to that album the first time with the headphones on, and you can hear someone going into the studio and the door slamming and them walking over, and reading about this years later saying, they wanted to take that out, but they said, no, this is the whole ambiance of this. Let's leave it in.
That's how we do it.
They showed Steven Tyler jumping on the boards, making the horse gallop and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. The only time for Aerosmith that you heard so much going on is
a lot.
Fast forward
Even
to
now.
Janie's Got a Gun.
Right. That steel
album,
guitar, Frank. Well
that
done,
song's
Frank.
got stuff all over the place.
Same here. That steel guitar. Yep.
Great pick, Jerry. Great.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
it was most difficult. 1976, gentlemen, was loaded.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've already got a year, and I've already got a song picked out.
Oh, wow.
For the next one.
Really?
By the next, pick the year, and then you're going to turn around and change the song.
No. this one, and you guys will, once you hear the title next
Got my pen.
episode,
I'm going to write that. Yeah.
you'll know right away. Oh yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, the year that we're going to pick next time is 1968.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right.
1968.
Quite a year. Quite a year. So you guys pick a song from that year. We'll talk about that on episode 55. So.
55. And we're almost through another year, guys. When did we start?
This one's
end of 18?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Halloween 2018?
That's when we started this. Yep. All right. Well, let's move forward. Jerry, you've got some music to have us listen to?
Yes, I do, Frankenheimer. It's a band out of Newport Beach called the Choya. But it's Cholla. So you got that double L. You roll the Y. The Choya. It's a cactus. And by golly, I got one in my backyard.
Very good.
Out of Newport Beach. The Choya is a one-man musical project that explores exotic territories with reverb-drenched surf guitars. And boy, folks out in Conspiracy Land, it does. Facebook, you can reach them at thechoya.surf. Instagram is #thechoya. All songs by Koji Kondo, arranged, played, and produced by Yannick Pings at Black Bay Ranch Studio. And horns on the tune we're not going to play, folks, but on the EP. Horns on Gerudo Valley by Jose Garcia. What's funny is Yannick also plays lead guitar in a band called the Black Ball Bandits, also surf, if you want to go there, folks. The song Frank's going to play is Link's House. It's whenever you think surf is gone, or it's I don't want to listen to surf. It all sounds no, it doesn't, folks. When Frank sent me this tune, Link's House, it's 20 seconds in, you're just like, oh yeah, surf is alive. Surf is alive. You can reach him at thechoyasurf.bandcamp.com/releases. The Choya out of Newport Beach, solo effort. The tune Frank's going to spin is Link's House, and it's just beautiful. We all have appreciation for surf music, folks, especially Jaime. He's the parent of a surf music contributor in a band. But it's just, you think if you hear a surf song from the 60s, you're like, yeah, I've heard it all. It sounds the same. It kind of does because it's surf, but it's beautiful, folks. And the Choya out of Newport Beach.
Let's give it a listen.
Yeah, Link's House. Yeah.
All right, that's the Choya
The Choya out of Newport Beach, folks.
from Link's house. Now, was that a cover tune or was that an original? Do you know, Jerry?
I got this, Frank. All songs by Koji Kondo, arranged, played, and produced by Yannick.
Very good. Okay.
So to me, that's OG. That's original.
I know.
All
I know.
songs.
I know it was a tip of the hat to Link Ray, but I didn't know if it was a.
Yeah, you can't do a surf tune without tipping the hat to
good old Link.
Dick or Link. Yeah.
So that was going to be my question. How is Link's house spelled? I guess it's Link.
Link.
Yeah, just like Link Ray. Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that song, Jim?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the bass part in it, actually. But there's a lot going on with guitars.
Yeah.
On that echo and that.
It was good.
How
long is the song?
Just a couple minutes. Let's see. 206.
Yeah, I was going to say very short.
Yeah.
To the point.
Is Jaime actually complaining it's not long enough, Frank?
No.
Or was he just curious?
No, I was thinking it was perfect. Perfect length, man. There wasn't anything more to say. It was just right there. Done.
Yeah.
That is a song that did everything it had to do and then went on home. That was it.
Yep. Right. Yep. Why would you belabor the point?
Well, we'll find that out when we play my song. So
awesome.
No, that is the Choya.
The Choya out of Newport Beach.
House.
I'm thinking this is going in my I've got like a surf playlist. That's going in.
Good stuff.
I liked it.
All right.
I didn't catch that, Frank. Link's house. I didn't catch that. Well done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done, sir. Did not catch that.
Very good. All right. Well, moving forward, first I have to say the three of us have completely different vibes going on this week with our music, which is great because there's no pocket, it's all over the place.
Nope.
The band and the artist that I have this week for us is Josephus, and it's an album called Doom Scrolls. Now, this particular project, this album was created during the pandemic, so it's all happy, uplifting rainbows and unicorns and butterflies.
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect.
This is a COVID project between Joseph Selby and Rob Bonston. And Rob was the original singer of a band called the Ruffians. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but he's been around a bunch of different bands. These guys are up in Oakland. The song that we're going to play is called The World Is on Fire. And you'll get a Black Sabbath feel to it, and you'll see why I picked it. Not a whole lot else to talk about other than side project for these guys doing this stuff during the pandemic. So let's give The World Is on Fire a listen. This is Josephus with Doom Scrolls. And let's start with Jerry for some positive feedback. Jerry, what did you think?
Yeah, I liked it. Very heavy, very thick. I like it. It's like youngsters paying homage. You know,
Had
that sound.
Heavy duty Black Sabbath feel to
Very
it.
heavy. Nice bass.
Good old
Nice
stoner rock.
Yeah. Not that I know what that means.
No.
But yeah, I like it. What I like, folks, and sorry to go off on a rant in conspiracy land, but when you're thinking, COVID, schmovid, there's no good stuff. There is, folks, in conspiracy land. Go to Bandcamp, go to Reverb Nation, go to Spotify, go to whatever. There's new stuff out there. It's youngsters playing it. They're paying respect. They know what they're doing, and it's beautiful. Like that tune right there, Frank. That's. I'm listening. I'm like, yeah. I liked it.
Now, Jim, couldn't you
Josephus,
couldn't you hear yourself? Listening to that.
You're good. Yeah.
On a like a bike ride or something, and to get you in the mood to just get going a little bit faster.
Something a little motivational.
Yeah.
Well, I don't listen to music when I ride. So
okay.
Which
Not
might
safe.
seem kind of weird, but I have to be able to hear what's going on around me.
Correct.
Absolutely. Look out.
Just a safety thing.
Yeah.
Good song. You guys checked all the boxes: Stoner Rock, Sabbath, blah blah blah. And I was thinking it's heavy without plotting,
Right.
which was
Well stated.
which is kind of my gripe about a lot of heavy bands like that. It just doesn't. But this kind of moves on at a good pace.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought
I never got tired of the riff.
no.
You know?
No. I was thinking if Sabbath got together in, like, say 2018, this is what they would sound like.
More than likely, yeah. Could be.
Except how could they? Because these guys were influenced by Sabbath.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharon.
They'd have to get hot tub time machine.
Yeah, my only gripe would have been I think the guitar could have been a little louder up in the mix and the during the solo or whatever. But maybe it's just the way I'm hearing it.
Could be. It was, I think, a little bit more reverby, so that way it took it farther away.
It was thick.
And you had something else going on the other side, so that way it was the world was on fire.
And the ending was interesting.
I like
thought
the
that was
ending.
kind of an interesting way of ending the tune.
I love it.
Yep.
We have 2 minutes and 97 seconds of airtime. Okay, you're at 96 seconds. Boom.
Now, how long was the song?
3 minutes and 44.
So almost 4 minutes, but I wouldn't have never guessed it was that long.
Yeah.
It didn't wear me out.
If you check out the album Doom Scrolls, it's a variety of styles of music. That was one of the heaviest ones, and some of the other ones are a little longer. There's some that are a little shorter. And when I was communicating back and forth with Joseph, I don't remember getting a concrete answer on which song I was going to play. This wasn't my first choice.
Oh, no.
But I like them all. That's the thing. It was a album
Yep.
full
That was a
of
good
good
track.
tunes. Yeah. Yep. So Josephus, check them out. I don't see any social media. I don't see anything on Facebook. He's an Italian philosopher way back in the day. So good luck looking up Josephus. So
How many people were in the band?
2.
2.
Yeah. So it looks like Joseph does everything, and then Rob did the singing for him. So
That's a 2, Jaime.
That's a 2.
Members in the band, Josephus.
all right, Jim, what do you have for us?
Well, I've got another 2-man band. Actually.
Interesting.
Go, Jaime.
So
Go.
this is a little collaboration between a couple guys we featured on the show before, Stephen Wesley Giles and Minnie Mendez.
2 of our favorite people.
Two of our favorite people.
Hey, Minnie.
And so this is a song that Stephen wrote and did everything on it except the acoustic guitar in the mix, which was played by Minnie. And this little Minnie told me it was a one-off side project called Quiet Racket,
All right.
which I think is maybe a little bit of a play on Quiet Riot.
Maybe.
As you said it, I thought, well, any band that starts with quiet, everybody's going to go, hey, Quiet Riot.
And just a little historical fact: the name Quiet Riot came from the way that Steve Marriott pronounced the words "quite right."
Quite right. Isn't that funny?
And they were listening to an interview with Steve Marriott, and he said "quite right," and they said, "Sound like he said Quiet Riot," and so that's how they came up with the name for the band.
Really?
And
Weird
they did it.
little side note.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
I know all kinds of. I couldn't tell you what I had for lunch yesterday, but I know that.
And I think they did a cover of The Afterglow also.
They did do a cover of After.
Awesome song by one and only Steve Marriott. So
Steve Marriott.
The
I was
NXS
listening
version?
actually to some Small Faces this week, and that guy's just a voice, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this song is way off base there. We're
Yes. Sorry,
Nah.
Minnie.
left
You're-
field.
no, you're
sorry,
good.
guys. Never Coming
You're
Back
good.
is the name of the tune, so let's give that a spin.
All right.
I'll give you a good time. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3.
You know I've got reasons for telling you no. You know I've got reasons for sure. I had to break it to you the way I knew, but you walked right out of the door. You're never coming back. You're never coming back. Now we're in seasons where leaves can fall, but that's not the only drop. You think that it's treason, but I thought I'd call. Now you've left me here in the cold. You're never coming back. 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 Never coming.
And there you go. Never coming back. The Quiet Racket.
Another wonderful ending. Yeah.
I have to say, I know you put this out as Minnie's song, but this is Steve and Wesley Giles
Right.
personified. This guy, you go on Bandcamp and buy all his stuff, listen to it.
He's loaded.
He's one of
Oh,
the
that's
most
yeah.
talented people we've ever featured on this show.
If that's
Yeah.
not one of the most perfect pop songs ever written, I
Yeah.
don't know what is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I take it was born from his love of Princess Leia and Carrie Fisher and whatnot. But
Well, the
I-
other song was, but
Yeah.
this one, but same thing. Can never coming back.
it just it's haunting almost because it's his vocals are so
Actually,
cool.
yeah, she passed away like 4 years ago, literally.
Like Christmas time, huh?
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah, within the couple days of us now. Yeah.
So Minnie played acoustic guitar on that track.
Right. Everything else was Steven, and he wrote the.
They billed it as a split single, which I really like that idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a great way to get everybody's name out there.
Absolutely. Yep.
And he just puts out good sounding records.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we talked about this when we talked about Ace Frehley's Origins album, right? Whatever his budget was.
The first Origins.
No, the second one we were talking about, like there's no space between the instruments. I mean,
no.
It's got a huge sound, but like I'd rather listen to the stuff Steven puts out.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
He makes a better sounding record than these guys with huge budgets and big studios, right?
I'm not a fan of Origins too, guys. You know, I love my Ace Frehley, but
he does more with the empty spaces than what's going on with the notes.
Yeah.
Just as important.
And he doesn't have 50 musicians. You know, it's just like it's very clean. I like it.
Good stuff, Jim. Like I said, I knew the three of us had very different songs this episode. So we got a little bit of everything going on.
But we didn't have to mention 5 band members in each band. It's 1 or 2 guys.
That's true.
This is beautiful.
Right. Well, these days, folks, that's what I
no
love about
hard
technology.
names. So that was
Well, yeah.
That was a bonus for me. I hope I didn't mess anything up. You know?
That was good.
No, actually, you did. Yeah. Well handled, Frank.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we should mention everybody needs to go out and check all 3 of these artists out. Give them some support. The Bandcamp Fridays, that's the first Friday of the month, I believe. Is that what it is? Or the third Friday?
It is the
first
Friday,
I think I
I
read
need
they're
to
going
do a
to
search real fast.
Yeah. I think I read they're going to continue that through March or April. And I don't think our economic situation is going to get much better, so they may continue it after that. But that's a
donate, folks.
Yeah. If you're on the fence about buying something or whatever, go to Bandcamp, download the music. A lot of bands and artists have vinyl for sale. They've got cassettes, CDs, even T-shirts. But
cassettes.
That's right.
Yeah, first Friday.
First Friday of the month.
Well done, Jaime.
Check it out.
What do you want to contribute?
Yep.
All goes to the band.
That's the important part.
Good day to buy.
Yeah.
It's always a good day to buy.
Absolutely. Yep.
And
vinyl, cassettes.
Yeah,
CDs.
remember every day is record store day.
Sure is.
Especially
don't
now,
go once
Jaime.
or twice a year, man. Get out.
No.
You'll thank yourself.
What's the
You
name of that
really
record
will
store
thank
by your
yourself
house?
by walking into
Jim, what's the name of that record store by
the
you?
Vinyl Loft.
Yeah, they're having sales all the time.
All the time.
And if you're in that area, and that's the Azusa area, look them up and give them your business. They've got used albums and
if you especially like jazz or soul, man, they're a good resource up there.
All right, good. Well, I notice on Instagram, I think we all follow them on Instagram, but they're always putting up sales.
Always putting up sales, man.
Yeah,
and can't beat that. Just
no.
It's not a bad deal.
Nope.
And one day Jerry's going to get a record player, and he's going to join.
Frank, you're blowing my mind. Today, I'm at work. It's about noon. I'm eating my lunch, and 2 things. Message Jaime and Frank about what type of turntable I should buy.
Right.
And the other thought was, you'll never buy one because you have all. Yeah. That's funny, Frank. That's funny, Jaime. I swear today it hit me big.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, I got that Hysteria box set, including Sonic Boom, folks.
I'm telling you.
I know, guys. I know, and it's so close.
If you buy it, use it will literally bring some joy into your life.
It will.
I know it.
Yeah.
And the thing is now, what's funny about that, Jaime, the thing that kept me from doing it, well, kind of, besides where to put it,
right.
I bought this little JBL Bluetooth off of Prime on Prime Day, whatever day that was, September, whatever. And it's like the size of a pack of cigarettes. And that's where I've been getting my Jones lately, you know, because I went all digital, guys, with my
Right.
AirPods. I don't, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
but I like music in the open air. You know, I'm watching a TV show. I don't hear the solo. Shut up. Okay. So it's this little peanut JBL. Anyway, my point I think I'm trying to get to is, guys, I'm getting to the point where I'm wanting to hear music in the open air.
Yeah. Your
Even
ears
though
will
you
thank
hear, I know, and
Yeah.
my vibe will thank me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's getting close, guys. Now, should I ask what type of system to buy now? I don't need the full-on tuner / I need a turntable. I don't care if it's a close and play. I need a turntable and some decent speakers. And guys, these days, remember the speakers back in our day? They were half as tall as we were.
10 feet tall. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like now you get that, well, like the Bose, et cetera,
Bose, yeah.
JBL, whatever. But that little Bluetooth thing, guys, is this big. And I put it on my mantle in front of me.
No,
it's
I hear
20
ya.
feet away.
I hear you.
And I love it hearing it in the open air again. So, guys, I got to figure out where to put it. It's the only thing. It's the only thing.
We'll discuss
Where to
this
put
afterwards. But
I'd love
Actually,
to open
everybody
up that-
should leave in the comments.
yeah, what is your opinion?
What is your
What should
opinion?
Jerry buy?
What's a good turntable, man?
Yeah.
If you're a
I would
part-time
love to open up that. Yeah.
part-time turntable guy.
If you say Crosley, don't leave a message. Don't leave a comment.
I'll tell you what,
See,
though,
now-
there's something about that visceral experience of like
There is, Jaime.
putting the
and
needle on
I-
the groove, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it starts. You know, I was always a fan of it's all digital, man. I've got 9 million songs I can listen to in an instant.
Yep.
And then you're in your Bluetooth and you're like, man, I love this. I didn't know that happened. Then something happens. You're like, what happened?
No, but you're not wrong. I mean, there's something to be said for that you can just take
There
your phone in
is.
your car and stream whatever or listen to whatever. I mean, that's
And especially now,
an amazing thing, right?
cars these days, you hook your phone right up to it, play your
Yep.
stuff.
No, but listening to a vinyl record is a whole different experience. It's just
it is.
different.
When I get it, guys, folks on Conspiracy Land, when I do get it, I've, relearned how to play a record. I'm going to open up that Casteria box set.
All right. We'll have to.
May throw Sonic Boom,
No.
cut it open and play it, or the Revenge one. Frank, isn't that the hard one?
That's
The hard one to get.
That no, the Greatest Kiss is the harder one.
Greatest Kiss. That's right.
And
I
there's a
got it,
couple of them in
folks.
there that are pretty rare. Yeah.
Mm.
So.
And all the 45s too, folks, and
That's
all the
right.
posters.
Yep.
Oh, youngsters. Yeah, what's a 45, Uncle Jerry? Shut up.
Well, besides
One
that,
song
Jerry,
on one side. Oh,
you have anything else you want to talk about before we go?
keep rocking, folks, on Conspiracy Land. It's the holiday season. We're in between Christmas and New Year's. Let's put 2020 behind us. Keep rocking,
Please.
folks. We love you very much. Write us at the jfjshow@gmail.com. Let us know what you think, folks. These are my
Absolutely.
two buddies from high school. We love talking about rock and roll. But yeah, keep rocking, folks.
All right. And then don't forget about 1968, you too. Pick a song.
Yep.
Pick an album.
Yep.
I wrote
Yep.
it
Talk
down.
about that. All right.
Same here. Yep.
All right, Jim, you got anything?
Happy New Year, everybody. And when you're listening to the episode, just reach up and smash that like button.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. And
No.
and while you're there, subscribe. Ring that notification bell.
Hey, how much does that cost, Jim?
$0.
There you go. Where else can you get top-notch entertainment for zero freaking dollars?
$0.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
just moving that
Stand
mouse
on a,
up and clicking
stand
it.
on a
So
corner
easy.
somewhere. Yeah.
All right, Jim. Well, if there's nothing else, why don't you take us on home?
Shop is closed.